Hi, I'm Darren Lewis. I'm the Chief Sales Officer for Creatio, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Michelle Casals from Heritage Insurance.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Good.
I'm very excited to be here.
Good, thank you. So Michelle, can you start by telling us a little bit about Heritage Life Insurance and your role within the company?
Sure. I've been with Heritage Life for 5 years, and I'm the AVP of Operations. I have 3 blocks of life insurance policies that I manage, and we just are looking to ensure excellent customer service is provided, and I want to make sure that my team has the best answers to be able to help customers on their first contact via phone call or email with those customers.
Fantastic. And can you provide some insights into the implementation journey you went on with Creatio? How did it address some of the challenges that you were facing during the diversification of the Heritage Life portfolio?
Sure. So in 2020, Heritage Life actually purchased 2 blocks of businesses from another insurance company. And the documentation and workflow system that they were using was not going to be an option for us to transition. So we went on search for a system to use for that. And we landed on Creatio. Fortunately, that's why we're here, right?
Right.
So we were able to transition all the historical documents to one Creatio system that we call Creatio Archive. So all of the historical documents are available to the users, and we can look up all of the old documents from change forms or claims, things like that. And in that system, and then we have our regular daily Creatio database that we use for customers.
And how would you say no code has empowered you to increase the visibility and awareness within the processes that you're running? And why is it so pivotal for your operations?
Well, we've been able to team up with our IT departments and really take a look at the workflow system and our caseload, knowing how many cases that we have to work with on a daily basis, and making sure that those items are being handled in a timely manner, and also just making sure too that customers are getting the answers to their questions or requests as timely as possible. Sure. And then also managing the staffing level. So taking a look at what we have to do on a daily basis and making sure that we have adequate staffing for that.
Great, good. And how would you say adopting a no-code platform for case management has helped your customer experience and supported those business objectives?
Well, definitely with those workflow processes, we implemented a due date process system. So when somebody creates a case and an action needs to be taken, that due date has been extremely important for us to know work we have today that is due, but be able to make sure that refunds are handled in a timely manner. Sometimes we have a waiting period, different things like that happen, or just making sure policy changes are handled effectively. And then what happens is when you do that, you lower the amount of phone calls and emails that you get from customers saying, hey, did you get this done? Because the work's actually getting done in a timely manner. And we just contact the customers via Creatio. We either can send them an email or mail letters from them to confirm that their request has been completed.
Great to hear about the improvements you put in there. I can see the difference it's making across not just internal, but also external facing as well. So fantastic to hear. That's great. So how would you say integrating no-code, specifically no-code platform, has helped your employees internally to deliver that excellence to their customers?
One of the things that we've been able to do with the Creatio system is the reps, when they're handling a phone call or an email, is they look at the policy holistically. So they can look at all the history for that one. They filter out all history on that one customer. And say the customer's called recently in the last few months 2 or 3 times on the same issue, they can escalate that to our team leads, which we can add a point of contact with the customer. Because clearly, if the person's calling that many times, we found that they're not understanding what's happening. So if we can just add some clarity to their situation, it has drastically reduced the number of complaints that we get, either just within internal complaints or Department of Insurance, which we don't want. And then also possibly attorney complaints. People reach out to their attorneys to assist in understanding their policies. So any kind of reduction of customer escalations is much appreciated.
What kind of specific outcomes or metrics are you able to track for the success of this project?
Well, one of the areas that I actually missed on was our claims. So life insurance policy claims experience is extremely important. That's why we're in the business. And making sure that customers have a good experience when they're going through that very difficult time is very important to us. So when they file their claim, we've been able to add some features to track which items are already collected. So if we need to do a follow-up call, we know specifically what we're asking from them. And then we're tracking the amount of interest. So when you pay a life insurance claim, sometimes you have to pay interest depending on what state someone's in. And we're able to see an annual reduction every year, year over year, in the amount of interest we've been paying because we are working these claims on a timely basis and getting back to those customers. So it saves the company money, which is of course good, but it's also really good for the customers because they're in a difficult situation, and it's more important that that claim gets to them as quickly as possible. And one other positive is just, I think, with the customer service reps now, they used to take a little bit of a beating, but now we actually get phone calls and emails from our customers complimenting them on the jobs that they're doing. So being able to empower them with that, it helps with employee retention as well too, right?
Yeah, that's incredible.
So there's a lot of great things that happen.
Good. Michelle, thank you. I appreciate it so much. I really appreciate you sharing your story and your view on how Creatio has led to such a positive change within Heritage Life Insurance. So thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.